So I saw something posted on Instagram. It was some sort of poll or something like that, or some guy that said the sign said yards after catch should not be awarded to quarterbacks. Prove him wrong. So I will do just that. When I was in high school, I played quarterback, and in my opinion, yards after catch should be only attributed to quarterbacks and not even to the wide receiver. And here's my logic in that one. So, when a quarterback throws the pass to a wide receiver, the wide receiver has done his job, which is getting open. That's irrelevant to where the quarterback throws the ball. Once the wide receiver gets open, he does his job of getting open. If I, as the quarterback, throw it behind him, make him have to dive for the ball, anything like that, bad pass-wise, that wide receiver isn't going anywhere. You see it all the time. If there's a jump ball, if there's things like that that occur, let's say 95% of the time, the wide receiver is going nowhere, okay? Regardless, it don't matter how wide open you can be. You could be Tyreek Hill streaking down the field. If I underthrow Tyreek by 15 yards and he's got to turn around and come back for the ball, well, I'm sure with how fast the people are in the NFL, the DBs are going to come up and snag his ass. So he's going to be slayed. And that's just the reality. Is a bad pass from a quarterback destroys all yards after catch. And the same token, a great pass by a quarterback does nothing but get the wide receiver more yardage after catch. So the reality is the quarterback is solely responsible for how many yards after catch receivers get. Yes, you have rare instances that occur where a quarterback will dump off a pass to a running back or some sort of player that has like Alvin Kamara skills, and that player will juke 9 people and score a touchdown. That is not the majority of times that things happen. That is the exception to the rule, and that's why they call him Super Kamariota or whatever they call him. I don't know. He just does some crazy stuff. I don't know what they call him. He's a little pinball, and that's how it works. You know, he's like Barry Sanders, right? But Barry Sanders, was just freaking amazing. So in exceptions for people like that are just crazy amazing, and it's not every time that occurs for those people. They can't juke 9 people every play. The quarterback, if the ball is thrown accurately, if the ball is thrown on time, if the ball is thrown to a place where only the wide receiver can go and get it, where the wide receiver can catch the ball in stride and run, where the wide receiver doesn't have to dive for the ball, he's just running, he did his job, he broke free of coverage, and he's running down the field one way or another, sideways, this way, doesn't matter. The quarterback has to put the ball on him in order for him to get any yards after catch in most instances, and in probably 95% of cases. So with that, I think the quarterback of everybody on the field should be the one that gets the yardage for yard after catch from a receiver, because he's solely responsible for whether that wide receiver gets yards after catch or not. Now, of course, I do feel like the wide receiver itself should also get, the credit for the yards after catch. He broke the coverage, he was wide open, and he's the one obviously running the ball. But I think at the same time, a quarterback throwing that ball to where it needs to be, which allows that receiver to get the yards after catch, is equally as important and equally justified. Both players get it, and that's how I view it. If you like that, if you think that's a good viewpoint, go ahead and smash that like button below. If you don't like that viewpoint, smash the like button anyways and just give me a shitty comment. But either way, that's my viewpoint on it. That's how I envision it. I know what goes into throwing the ball to somebody on time, on the numbers, and watching them run down the field in stride for a touchdown, because that's how, passes are supposed to be done and supposed to be made, and that's how wide receivers get yards after catch. And simultaneously, I know when you don't do that and the ball gets either intercepted, or you throw a wide receiver in the middle of getting plowed over, or you throw some, erroneous pass the receiver has to dive for, and he's down by, well, in college and high school, they're basically down when their knee touches the ground, so there's no yard after catch at that point anyways. When, when they have to dive and touch the ball in the NFL, they can get back up after their knees touch if they have no contact. So with that being said, I think the quarterback has just as much play into the yards after catch than a receiver, as well as the receiver, I'm sorry. I got to give the receivers credit as well. Both players simultaneously, equally contribute to the yards after catch. It is not just solely on the wide receiver. And with that, appreciate it, guys. That's all I got to say on the subject.